Hello, everyone that's here right now. We're going to give it maybe another minute or so, let people come in. Feel free to drop in the chat over in your bottom right-hand corner where you're calling in from, and happy to have you here.
Are you recording this, by the way?
It says recording. Yes, and everything, Armando, everything afterwards will go to the registrants. So those registrants that are here, you're going to get a copy of this as well that you can go and visit. And those that couldn't make it, that registered will also get followed up with to watch the webinar.
Nice. New Orleans.
All righty, let's jump into it. Welcome, everyone. My name's Matt. I'm a co-founder at Hona. With me today is Armando Leduc of Leduc Entertainment. Armando has so much fun stuff to talk about today. And just kind of as a segue of this webinar, we're going to start hosting monthly webinars all about client engagement, client experience, client journey. And Armando here, we met at a trade show, and he saw our tool. Hona, a lot of you here are Hona users. He saw our tool and he's like, wait, I make customer journey videos all day long. And YouTube's amazing. TikToks, all these places are amazing, like venues to view that and settings to see those videos. But Hona's built to paint the client journey and guide people through that journey. And so we resonated really well, and we've been working together ever since. He's helped a lot of our clients make their Hona videos. And so I wanted to bring him in and just talk about why these videos are so engaging, why clients are expecting these sort of things from your business. And overall, I hope everybody gets some nuggets of, even if you're not using Armando and his services, even if you're not using a big production company to do it, but things that we can take away that can enhance your client experience. Because we're all trying to make our clients happier Google reviews, all that stuff comes along with it. So with that, it's going to be fairly conversational. If you have questions, please ask it. There's a question button also next to that chat. Feel free to chat in. Feel free to ask questions. We want to be really conversational, and this is for you guys. So any questions you might have, we're going to talk about it today. Armando, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I've got a slideshow. Everybody loves a slideshow, but it's good. It's well produced. I got my girl loose on it, so she's amazing at graphic design. So when I was like, look, we've got to create a nice little PowerPoint. So really drives the point home.
Say the content matches the aesthetics. So
yeah, yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go ahead and share it. I'm gonna share the screen. Do not be alarmed by what I've called this. I know it says WTF is a customer journey, and why do we need it for our business? There's a lot of misconceptions about what a customer journey is, and so my time with you here is a way to kind of explain what it is that a customer journey can do for your business to really create some like ravenous fans. I mean, people that are so happy to be part of your ecosystem that you're going to get a lot of people referring you business, a lot of people giving you nice reviews, and just extremely happy about the entire process itself, right? So this is what we've been doing for the past 4 years, and it's been working like just incredibly well. Who this is for is people that are, having trouble collecting payments, having trouble converting. If you have trouble with follow-up, if you're having trouble getting referrals or reviews, if you are confusing your clients, if there's an opportunity for you to upsell, how are you doing that? And then how do you know if you did a good job for your client? So that's who this presentation is for. It's not going to be 60 minutes. It'll be like 30, 45 minutes so that we can have some Q&A. So we'll blow past some of these things. But we're going to give you the keys to unlock a customer service experience that creates, I said, raving fans. Just a little bit of backstory behind why I started incorporating customer journey into our business is 2 years ago in a day, we lost $30,000 a month in revenue from retaining clients, like in a day, like so-and-so quit, so-and-so quit, so-and-so quit, so-and-so quit. And I was having trouble collecting invoices. I was getting bad reviews. I had angry clients. Clients were confused. They didn't really understand what it is that we did for them, because we never had what I love Matt talking about, the Domino's pizza tracker. We didn't have that in place. And so we would be doing all of this work behind the scenes, and attorneys are always doing work behind the scenes. The problem is they don't know that. They just feel like you're sitting around doing nothing, and that's totally not true. And so what we figured out was, I said I had two choices. I could fire everybody because I lost all this revenue, or I could change my customer experience and really learn from what we lost and really take us to the next level. And that's exactly what we did. I sat down with my COO, with my project manager, and we really just mapped out our entire customer journey from beginning to end, and what the touch points were. How are we communicating with the clients? In what way? And we started mapping the whole thing out. And once we mapped it out and we implemented it, I collected on invoices. My upselling went up. We were able to retain clients. Our reviews went up. It was incredible what this did. This is a good friend of mine, Lewis Scott.
Now working with Leduc Entertainment for over 2 years.
How's that? I can send you guys the PowerPoint later. But he was part owner of Bader Scott in Atlanta. He started a company called 8 Figure Firm about 3 or 4 years ago. And so we've been helping him with his content marketing and his customer journey. This is actually where I learned the term customer journey, because I was going to his masterminds and he had put the customer journey in place. And it was just it was an amazing experience, because I bought from him. I was one of his mentees. And so we were spending $2,500 a month. And so he took us through their customer journey and explained, hey, you should really be thinking about how are you touching your clients. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay, cool. So what the secrets are for today is the 5 secrets that we've come up with, and how we've sort of mapped this out the same way we do content marketing. And that's mapping the customer journey. We love a product called Lucid Chart. Are you familiar with that, Matt?
Yeah, Lucid Chart. Funny enough, they're just here in Salt Lake City, so I'm quite familiar.
Yeah, I love Lucid Chart. It's a really good mapping system where you can sort of see the whole thing in its entirety and workflows. And so we mapped everything.
It's essentially like you have a virtual whiteboard that you can do anything with, and it doesn't have bad penmanship like my whiteboards. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, and you can move things around, and so we mapped out everything in Lucid Chart, and then once we figured out, okay, these are all of the touch points, then we went in and we wrote all the scripts, did some teleprompter stuff. I have actors at my disposal because I've been an actor since '98. You don't have to use actors. It's better if it's actually you, because if you're the owner of the firm, they want to hear from you. And so you figure out, okay, I'm going to pick one day. We're going to shoot all of the content, right? We'll edit the contact for impact, and then we'll distribute properly. And the distribution is bing bong right over here, Matt, which is what it was the missing link. So when I found Matt at Pilma, I was like, dude, this is that. Yeah, man, this makes sense, right? I just got so excited because the distribution aspect was the problem. It was like, great, we created all of these videos, but we didn't have a way in which to distribute properly, and they just did that. And it was like, hallelujah. So, and then the management aspect of it is something else that they did. And so they were super communicative, and we're like, all right, cool. So we threw all of our videos in there, and we use it for our customer journey, which has been, and Will's on the call right here, but he can tell you, we sent a video out to one of our personal injury attorneys in New York that said, hey, thank you so much. We did a video kind of like a Navy SEALs thing where it was like mission accomplished. We did what we said we were going to do and blah, 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 and they responded really well. They were just like, you guys are the best, communicate, you're so communicative. And I was like, yes, so we're nailing it. So let's talk a little bit about secret number one in the customer journey mapping. What we really want to define is who the customer is, the demographic, the goals, the needs, the pain points, right? That's step number one, right? And once we figure out, okay, these are the pain points, and here's a little gem for you. Here's a little gem. If you're a personal injury attorney, yes, you want to talk about where they are in their case, right? Are we settling the case or are we going to trial? Are we, we're in intake, what are we doing here? But here's where I think you guys can really start to differentiate yourselves as to what your firm offers that other firms don't. And you can write this down. How about creating content that talks about how to put your life back together after an accident? Because nobody's talking about that. Right? Sure. And continue obviously talk about where they are in the case, but that time frame for when you're trying to value the case, they're getting their medical, they're seeing the doctor, and you're trying to figure out, okay, how much is the value of this case? It's sort of this area that you're really not talking to the client, right? That is the perfect time to continue sending them emails on, hey, here's a list of resources for mental health professionals in the area that we trust. Hey, have you thought about, taking it easy? Here's some meditation techniques. Here's this, here's that. And you're sending that to them on a weekly basis. And let me tell you something. If I'm in an accident, guess what I'm doing? I am consuming everything from my attorney that I can. You have a captive audience, because if they see that the law firm is reaching out, they're going to immediately watch every single video. So take advantage.
Here's the cool thing too. Some of you maybe on this call are doing it this way, but we do have clients that during the intake process, before even signature, are getting people into Hona to it's almost like you don't want them to get buyer's remorse, or you want them to feel as confident as possible that going with your law firm is going to be the best. And if they get that experience that Hona can offer with your videos and with your branding and all that stuff all in one, like the conversion rate of your leads is going to skyrocket. And so feel free to reach out to your customer success manager, because exactly what Armando's talking about, they're going to get so much confidence that your firm is the firm they want to be working with, that they're going to sign on, they're going to stay with you, they're going to be raving fans, just like Armando's talking about.
Hallelujah. Yeah, no, it's for sure. And so everybody's always looking for that blue ocean strategy, right? They're always looking for, how am I differentiating myself from all the other personal injury attorneys out there? If you start thinking about how we can keep our customers informed in a professional way, in a branded way with video, and we're also concerned with how they're putting their life back together, huge differentiator. And so here are the stages of the journey, right? So you have awareness, you have consideration, decision, retention, and advocacy. Now, this is the stages before they become a client. And so they get hurt. They maybe get a referral. They saw you on a billboard. Maybe they saw your social media. They're aware that you exist, right? They reach out to you. Hopefully within a ring, they're getting a person online, right? And then what happens? They may go, I may not choose you guys right away. How are we staying in touch with them up until the point where they do decide? And so like Matt was talking about, yes, why aren't we sending them videos explaining, hey, this is what you should be looking for in a personal injury attorney. You don't have to choose me, but if you I know you might be looking for different personal injury attorneys, ask them these questions. Get a little bit more informed about it. And that's going to go, yeah, that buyer's remorse that he's talking about is going to make me feel more comfortable that, hey, you guys are the right decision. So we can talk about doing a whole lead up to the actual signing of the paperwork, and then we're talking about customer journey and how they're experiencing our business. Because here's the deal: they're experiencing your business whether you are intentional about it or not. Hopefully you're intentional, but they're experiencing you guys, and hopefully it's a good experience. So touch points, we want to talk about where and how the customers interact with your business. And Matt's team does a really good job because they already know they're working with 500 plus attorneys from across the country. So they already know what the touch points are. So it's just plug and play at this point, And look, obviously you can use ChatGPT, but I know Matt already also has scripts already written for all of the different types of law firms. So I always like thinking about like the customer's feelings too, because it's not just a touch point of, hey, I'm giving you information. It's I'm giving you information and we also care, because in every interaction, I want them to have a positive experience. And that means we have to lead from the heart. And so if we're always leading from the heart, when we're putting these videos together, they're going to feel that. They know that you care because you've put the effort into creating this content, and you put the effort into making sure that you're communicating with them, right? In a nice way. The quality of video matters. So obviously you're identifying the challenges and obstacles that the customers are facing, which is they're depressed, they have anxiety, they don't know if they're going to get money, they don't know what's going to happen to them in the future. Some of these cases last a year, 2 years, right? And so they need to know that besides you guys being great attorneys, how else are they experiencing you guys? So that's I know I've harped on it enough, but really have to think about the mental health of your clients, family law attorneys too, right? Like they're going through one of the worst moments of their life. They're going through divorce. How are we helping them cope? Are there coping mechanisms? Are they turning to drugs and alcohol? Like, and how can we put ourselves in there in an automated way too? That's the great thing about it, is that we can create all of the videos ahead of time and then just hand it over to Matt and his team, and then they can deploy it. So I'm just going to kind of blow through this because it's kind of talking about the same things that I'm talking about as far as KPIs and all of that. This is also a really good way to get feedback. So if you're not incorporating some sort of questions within your customer journey, I would do that in terms of like getting, actual feedback. And like I said, you have a captive audience. So some of these people know other people that are going to get in wrecks while their case is still going on. So if you're reaching out to them on a consistent basis, once again, you're top of mind.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you guys are using it internally with Leduc, but we have an NPS survey feature that can go out at any phase you want it to go out.
I didn't know.
I'm sure some people on this call are using that. So that's exactly that, getting a temperature check of, hey, how are we doing? And sometimes you have a different team managing your intake, a different team managing the treatment and collecting medical records. And some teams are better than others. And so getting that feedback and being able to take that like higher level view of how your team's doing and how your business is as a whole can be a really, really amazing thing to do to like not only make your customer journey better, but your business better in general.
Yeah, for sure. And like you guys have a captive audience. I just really can't state that enough. Like these people are like, everything that you guys say, they're hanging on every single word. So, use that. And then that way you can also create your email list. So I know a lot of attorneys aren't really like, they're like, well, I don't really understand why I really need an email list. And it's like, well, it's a way to stay in contact even with people that are no longer your clients, because God forbid they might get in another accident. So it's just another touch point, right? And so you can aggregate all of these customers that come in and then turn them into an email list later on. So like I said, we use Lucidchart, flow charts in order to like map out the customer journey. There's other ones out there. That's the one we like. And I had an epiphany, Matt. I had an epiphany, man.
I haven't seen it. Love this.
Are you familiar with the 5 love languages?
Well, my wife is familiar enough to teach me everything about them. Yes.
Gotcha. So, right. So you got words of affirmation, gift giving, acts of service, quality time, and physical touch, right? These are the 5 love languages. Everybody has their, the one that resonates with them the most. What we started doing, and this is in the last 2 weeks, we started going, hey, part of the touch points, how can we incorporate words of affirmation? How can we incorporate gift giving? How can we incorporate acts of service? How can we incorporate quality time, right? Touch is a little, people, look, you got huggers, people love to hug, and, and you'll know that when you see them, because they'll be like, you give them the check and they're hugging you, right? But what I'm going is, how can I reach out in a way where it resonates through their love languages, right? I haven't quite figured out how to do it for attorneys, but me and my team are like working on it right now, because we do it in terms of, I mean, we can obviously, you can do gift giving, but like words of affirmation, we're always like, hey, oh my God, what a great post you made. Or like, we'll leave people Google reviews, or we'll introduce them to somebody, or give them a referral. Quality time, we'll like invite them to a game. Like, I know you guys can't really do that at scale, because some of you guys have, thousands of clients.
Well, here, Armando, something one of our clients did that I just recently learned about is they're sending out a literal package, like a gift giving package, every time a new client signs on. And it's simple. It's not like it's an extravagant package, but it's something with their branding on it. It's something with a little gift, and it's got a handwritten note that says, I'm so sorry about your accident. We're so happy to represent you. If you need anything, you know where to reach us. Like something like that is not only you could make that words of affirmation through the letter or note, but also the gift giving. Like, that's another thing. It's like, on that first step, they've signed with you. Within a week, they're getting a gift from you. They feel they're with the right firm. They're like they made a good choice. And that's what this is all about, is constantly giving them touch points that says, hey, we're here for you. You made the right choice. We're your law firm. Make sure to tell your friends. That's the lagging indicator, is telling their friends and raving about you. But up front, you got to do all this stuff really, really well.
Here's a really good idea that I just thought about. You guys have a list of people that had these accidents. Is there a Facebook group or a group that you guys can create that when somebody new comes in, and then you guys are talking, like, these are people that you've helped and they've got their life back together, that you might be able to introduce to somebody else that like can kind of like, hey, meet so-and-so. She also had an accident similar to yours 2 years ago. This is where she's at now. She might be open for you to talk to her. You know what I mean? And maybe create a support group.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, and that might be like a quality time type of touch. If you're sending out resources for health professionals, those are acts of service, right? So keep that in mind as you guys are creating and mapping out your customer journeys, because this right here has definitely been a differentiator for us. People have been like, oh my God, you guys really care. And we're like, yeah, we do. We really do. As far as creating the videos, we are a lot more fun with our videos, right? Because we're a production company. With you guys, I would say make them more engaging and more caring, right? Like, yes, give them the legalese so that they see you guys as the authority, but I also would urge, that heart, right? How are we incorporating that, where it's all like, okay, we're oozing with empathy. This is an example of a video that we send out for somebody that just signs up with us. It's a Mission Impossible discovery call. So we're like, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to schedule a discovery call with us. And you kind of see so, and then he plugs in the Leduc Entertainment, and then he gets his instructions, right? So it's really it's really fun to send these out too, because people are like going, oh wow, this is like, you put some effort into this. It's not just something that you guys kind of threw together. I wouldn't worry about that right now. Editing for impact. Let's talk about editing. Look, Fiverr. You guys can find editors on Fiverr, right? So if you guys ended up, I know I'm like sending business away, but obviously you can hire a company like us. But if you're looking, if you're not really, if you're trying to keep it budget friendly, go to Fiverr, right? Go to one of your universities that has a filmmaker that's in training, and say, hey, I go to the film professor and say, hey, I want to get some customer journey videos done. Do you have anybody there that is looking to get some more experience? Great. Yeah. Send so and so. He's got a nice camera. He comes in, he shoots all of your videos in one day. And then, either he can edit them, or you can go to Fiverr and look up video editors and say, hey, here's all of the footage. Please edit this and get it back to me. So, but making sure that it's branded, it looks good, color corrected, music is good,
Armando, do you have like a tip for if they're searching out a Fiverr person? Like what's a good tell that it's going to be a good one to work with? Because I've done that before and I've chosen wrong. And so I'm curious from your end if there's any feedback you'd give that might be a little tip.
It's a crapshoot. It just really is. It's just, either you hire professionals, right, that understand everything, and you're not going to have to think about it twice, because it's like, hey, these guys are coming in, they're going to nail it. No worries. But if you don't have the budget, then you're going to have to like really go in and do your research. And it's just going to be time consuming to vet some of these people. And they might be good, they might not be, I'm just trying to give you an option in case budget is something that you're looking at. Everything that I do, I'm like, I'm just going to bite the bullet and pay for it, like if it's expensive at first, but I know that that's just going to be a better way to go, because then I don't have to worry about it at the end, because I can just like, okay, the professionals got it, I don't need to worry about it. But like I said, budget wise, if you don't have it, there's ways you can work around it. Totally. Distributing the content right here, Matt with Hona, just hit them up. They obviously understand this entire process, and then managing the videos. Matt, do you guys can see what the open rate is, right, on some of these videos?
Yeah, I've got a staggering stat I literally pulled yesterday. Check this out. So the average our clients that incorporate video in at least an average of every phase of their Hona build out, they see 120% longer engagement time in the app. So the clients without video, they bounce in a minute. Those same clients would stay on the app 120% long, 2 minutes and 20 seconds total instead of 1 minute, just if there's a video on every phase. And so they're getting way more educated. They're seeing your brand more. They're probably going to their medical treatments more because they're seeing how important it is because of that education. So like all of those things make for a more educated client, a happier client. And all it takes is A, you can make a video with actors, or B, just film yourself in front of a bookcase talking through these different things. Better videos are more engaging. We all know that. We live in a TikTok era where, there are things to get endorphins higher and get people more excited about your video. But yeah, that was pretty staggering to pull the data on that, Armando.
That's awesome. I would love to, and you guys can tell which videos are doing the best for us, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to
data together. Yeah, that's
cool. And so, analytics is big with us, because we want to make sure that, like, okay, what are the videos that are being seen the most? At what point are they clicking out? Because we want them to watch it all the way through, obviously. So, how are we keeping them engaged? And then we can come back and go, okay, well, maybe we need to reshoot that particular video because it's not hitting the way we want it to. But so that's what we talk about in terms of management.
Across all of our clients, videos are clicked, like the video of the phase they're currently in is clicked 75% of the time. And so I'd imagine the other 25 is like, oh, we're not seeing, they're in a public place or don't have headphones or whatever it may be. They can't do the audio part of it. But our best clients are also putting subtitles on their videos, just like we see all over TikTok and Reels. So like that 75% are actually clicking the videos. That's a crazy click rate. So once they land into Hona, 75% are clicking a video. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. It's probably all attorneys in here. But I'm just going to kind of go through our customer journey with you briefly so that you guys can kind of see what we do. So if somebody finds us, maybe they saw me on a podcast, maybe they saw me on a webinar, social media, whatever, we'll bring them into our ecosystem. And then we've got some email nurture sequences that talk about what we do. And then I have a little matrix box that I send to the people that are like on the verge of buying. And it's one that we mail. It's a direct mail piece. When they open it, there's a QR code that takes them to a landing page of me dressed up as Morpheus. And there's a red pill and a blue pill in the box. And it's all like, your marketing is dangerous, right? You need, you can take the red pill, go back to work, or you can take the blue pill and join us here at Leduc Entertainment, and we'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. So that's our like direct mail piece that comes together with a video. And then we have, the Welcome to Leduc Entertainment video that comes out. We have the Mission Impossible Schedule Your Discovery Call. We have our development phase video where we're creating all of the things. We have the Schedule Your Shoot video, what to expect on a shoot, right? Then we have Approve Your Topics. We also have a Loom video that goes out that talks about the pre-production and like they have to approve their videos. The get ready for the shoot video, like what clothes they should wear, not to drink alcohol, makeup and hair, all of that. Then we have the production day, which we also give them a gift. Also when they become a client, we also send them a gift. So, and then when we shoot with everybody, they get a nice little black bag with a small little champagne bottle, some batteries, because everybody always forgets to buy batteries. So I always bring batteries because it was so funny. Lewis, I had brought him a gift and he was like, batteries? Why are you giving me batteries? And then he calls me that night and was like, hey, my wife was like, hey, we need some AA batteries. And he was like, oh, Armando just gave me some. So, so it was good, so I try to think about that when I'm sending out gifts. And then we send out a great shoot video. Then we have, editing phase. Your videos are ready for you to view. Approve your videos. We had a problem in the past where our clients weren't approving their videos. So I dressed up as Russell Crowe in The Gladiator, and I'm like, are you not entertained? Approve your videos, So we actually got them to start approving their videos, which was great. Then your videos are ready to post. We're posting your videos, mission accomplished video. And then we have the get the 5-star review and a referral request video. And then also a happy birthday video. So all of these videos sort of live in Hona. And so we disperse them as we go, and it's been awesome. Oh, this is our video. I'll just do kind of like.
I don't have much time. They know we're here.
So anyway, I'll send it to you guys so you can see it. That's our Mission Impossible video. We have what we call the Leduc Entertainment Client Tracker, and so this kind of lets us know where people are, and this is how we created our customer journey after the Lucid chart so that we can kind of see where everybody is. And then obviously using Hona for the distribution. And then our offer here, because, if you want to work with us, you can.
I talked him into giving a pretty steep discount to Hona people. So I appreciate this, Armando. Thank you.
Yeah. So usually it's $12,000 one time. And we're going to come up with your 10 fully edited customer journey videos, writing them, shooting them, we'll come out and we'll obviously edit, and then actually the distribution is not part of that because we don't need to worry about that because we're just going to give them to Hona. So as far as distribution is concerned, we're just going to put them on your YouTube channel, and then we'll work with Matt to like make sure that he can get on there. So, but yeah, for the next 48 hours, it's $8,000. That's the done for you special. And then if you wanted to do a done with you, where we just kind of consult you through the entire process and kind of try to help you find the people in your city to help you do it. We have the price that's $1,000 for the next 48 hours.
That's very generous. The firms I've worked with, like in conjunction with Leduc, their videos are top notch. And if you want to see examples of some of the videos, Armando, I'm sure he'd be happy to show you some of the videos he's done for law firms. It's pretty cool because Armando, like, correct me if I'm wrong, you primarily work only with attorneys. Is that pretty much it? Like, you have so much experience.
Yeah, 85% of who we work with are attorneys.
Yeah, so and like all across a wide spectrum of practice areas. So you could hear even when he was talking about the different phases of the personal injury case. I'm sure he's never had a personal injury case and he's not an attorney, but he understands the process and can really help map out these client journeys.
For sure.
Cool. I will add, Armando, what is it like? Do you find that the fun videos are always the one that get the most engagement? Like it seems like that's where the world's heading, which is fun for us because we get to see good videos. But is there any insight into that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the clients that we've had the longest, when they get past the point of, oh my God, how do I look? How do I sound? They're past that point, right? And we've been working with them 6 months to a year. Those people have the irreverence to like be okay with sort of not being so polished. Right. And what's funny is that those videos obviously get seen more. However, I don't want you to not start the process because you're not at that level, because your clients still deserve to hear from you on a consistent basis, even if you are a little bit more, more proper and that's okay too. Like we have a client out in Fort Lauderdale. And he just had an epiphany. We do content for him, property and casualty attorney. When we first started with him, it was so awkward. It was that first month, right? And he was trying to be somebody he wasn't because he was looking at all of these other videos of other attorneys that were in his same niche. And I said, you've got to be you. You've got to be you. And like he was, and when we shot we shot with him 2 weeks ago, he was himself. And like the videos like worked, right? And so it's just one of those things that like you just kind of got to do it enough till you get to the point where whatever, you're irreverent, and if you want to update your customer journey videos every 2 years, I would recommend it, because then it's it's new, it's fresh.
That makes a lot of sense. And I won't say what I'm thinking, but I'll say a similar version. But like, they want to know that you're a human, right? Like you, their attorney, are a human. You can relate to them. They understand you're not just this like high-level attorney, but they also want to know you are that high-level attorney and you're going to go to war for them. And like, if you end up in trial on this case, you're going to do, the most excellent job representing them. And so I understand there's got to be that balance where it's like, you're fun, you're human, but also, hey, I'm your attorney and I'm really good at what I do. So
the reason why we love working with attorneys is because they are in trial. They understand how to public speak. So it's not that heavy of a lift, like for people that have never sort of done anything in the public speaking realm. So, that's why we kind of love working with attorneys, because they can kind of get it.
Well, and here's something for those that we brushed over it quickly. Armando's done this for a couple clients that maybe they're not as wanting to be on video, but he knows like local talent all over the country, or he can just work with talent that he knows because of his acting background. And so he's made videos of actors and actresses looking like attorneys, just explaining processes. And it's very, very polished. I'm happy to share those with anyone who wants to see them, but they're really polished. And if you don't like being on camera, or if it's not your thing, that's an option as well. That ends up being a very, very good thing. Or if there's someone in your firm that happens to like to be on camera, just anyone from the team is a really good touch. I did want to quickly share for those people, I'm sure we always try to emphasize video content for our clients, like putting it in their Hona build out. But I want to show just a super quick on how to do it. Armando mentioned hosting them on YouTube or Vimeo. I'm seeing a lot of Vimeo lately. I think Vimeo is a good platform, but whatever your preference is, it doesn't matter. You can host it wherever. If you come into your company settings, you're going to come into here. If you go to the project type that you want you're working out of, a lot of you might just have one. You go into the phase where you want a video to appear. And here you can say this one has 2 videos. You click to the area you want, and you just simply click this little reel button. And then you paste in the YouTube link. It's as simple as that, and click save. And now it's going to be in your clients, on their phone or whatever they're interacting with, just like how you see here. Another really cool thing, I don't know if you did this, Armando, in your Hona build, but you can embed videos in the FAQ sections too. And so what I see a lot, like this question here, do I need to keep getting these treatments? You can say, yes, you need to. It's really important. But you can also film a 15-second video of you saying that exact same thing. And I guarantee you they click that and they don't read this. So like incorporating videos throughout, like there's these sub phases or these like more complex questions. What do I need to wear to court? Why don't we show a video of somebody in the office wearing what is normal at court, or the attorney just talking through what that is? Just really good practices. Incorporate as much video as possible. On our end, obviously, like you have Hona, you can use as much of it as you want. But the firms that are really leaning into video are seeing higher engagement, more client satisfaction, less inbound phone calls because they're getting the education that they would have been calling about anyways through those videos. So yeah, just in here. And once again, like our customer success team's always happy to jump on a call and walk you through how to do all this. Like that, we don't charge for support, nothing like that. Like if there's questions or you want to dive deeper into getting your build better, just reach out and we're happy to help out.
I can attest to it.
Cool.
Y'all are great with that. Super communicative.
Well, if here's the thing, if our app is all about client experience, Armando, we need to deliver a good client experience. And hopefully you guys have all had that. Please talk to me if you aren't having that experience, and we'll make sure you're taken care of because it's top priority for us over here. I've seen some questions. It looks like cool, Julia. We're happy to help. You should. I'll reach out to whoever's over your accountant and help you out. If you guys have questions, we'd love to answer them. Armando, is there anything you want to touch on, kind of in closing, or that you think's relevant for our crowd?
No, I think we covered it.
Cool, good to hear. Well, if there's no more questions, once again, I did see a question about it. I'll touch on it one more time. This will go out. Like the app we're using is called Livestorm. They send out a follow-up email with a link to this recording. So this recording you'll have access to it. Feel free to share it, whatever it may be. And then look forward to our next webinar. We're going to just be diving deep into customer journey, diving deep into engaging with your clients, diving deep into making them ravenous clients, as Armando would put it, that are just going to talk about you passively, not because they expect anything from you, but you're probably going to give them a gift if they refer you a client. But like at the end of the day, they're going to do it just because they know and trust you. And so, yeah, thank you everybody for coming. Have a great day.
And if you guys want the slideshow, I can send that to you too.
Yeah, Armando, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Oh, they can visit us at leducentertainment.com.
Cool.
leducentertainment.com.
Perfect. And then I don't give this out often. I'm just matt@hona.com. Please email me if you ever have any questions or if I can help in any way. Thank you, everybody. Oh, wait, we might have some questions. Call the video. Can the video be embedded dependent on the team members listed on that case versus phase? There is a way to set that up, Kelly. Our customer success person could set it up where essentially you would just make your project types tied to different phases. We've had this done by a lot of clients where it's like, okay, if you're with Armando's your attorney, yeah, you should see videos of Armando, speaking about these things. And so we do have firms that are making the exact same video, but 5 different times with different attorneys based on who the case is assigned to, which is a really good touch. So that's a great question. Can that process be automated? Yes. Depending on your case management system, we can tie to the field that says who the attorney is and make all the magic happen. So only the videos of the attorney they're assigned with are being seen.
Love it.
Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Armando.
Yeah, man. Thank you.